What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Believe Fitness. It is the weekend video. We're going to be shooting 2 videos a week going forward. If I do 3, it's spontaneous. So don't be looking for 3 a week. 2 right now to make a tangible, realistic goal. We're almost at Pure Muscle and Fitness. I'll be doing a full chest, full top shelf, chest and back, shoulders, the whole shebang. Reason being is I had a cheat day yesterday, and today is supposed to be leg day, but I have decided to not do legs because my left foot has been in so much pain for the last month. I think finally I've been getting work done on it, and I did train legs Monday, but my whole foot has been agitated to the point that I haven't even been able to use my left leg effectively, and it's actually feeling 60 to 65% better than it ever has. And even though the routine is supposed to be legs, I don't want to agitate it, so we're just gonna use what glycogen I have in my body, the carbs I have in my body from my cheat day, which I threw up majority of it. I'm not going to lie. The older you get, the more you realize that the foods you thought you like, well, you don't like them anymore. And if you do like them, your body doesn't. I ordered Chinese food. I haven't had Chinese food in years. It's got to be 2 years. And it could be a combination of things of my body isn't used to how crappy food is anymore. It could also be the concept of the food is just crappier now as well. And it could also be, just my body doesn't want to process any of that anymore because it has a whole different dynamic. So, after finishing the Chinese food, I actually got pretty sick. And my stomach has not been right ever since. So, this is what I'm saying about cheat days. I was saying in the beginning, my first video, I'll be cutting down cheat days, and I'm only having 1 cheat day, which was yesterday, and it was literally a waste of time. It wasn't even a cheat day, it was 1 cheat meal, to be honest with you. I didn't eat anything but that, and then I threw it up. So, there you go. So today I want to talk to you guys about fat loss and how to actually lose weight, and the most effective way you can lose weight. I've been doing lots of deep diving on this week, and I want to start implementing it. I just didn't know when, but I think the weekend is the most appropriate time to do it because I can actually set up the proper foundation to bring it into the week. But I'm a big proponent of fasting. I'm a big proponent of different concepts of dieting. And obviously, I think another thing we can dive into is if you are starting to diet, the proper steps that you should be taking to make sure that you can have a successful weight loss journey. And so there'll be 2 different things that we're going to discuss. But the main thing here, I'm changing my fasting window. I'm changing what I'm doing with food, what I'm doing with carbs, and we will circle back because I've been doing the same routine for so long. I think my body is just so used to it. It knows when I'm eating, it knows when I'm not eating. And people might say oh, that doesn't matter, but I think it does. I have to shrink my eating window at nighttime, definitely. So I'm going to do a new approach that I don't generally like doing, but if it gives me results and it actually changes the health of my gut, the health of my body in general, that's what I'm going for. All health and wellness, not just physical appearance. So I'm kind of excited and nervous because it takes some willpower. So let's get this training session done, and then let's go talk about weight loss. Let's talk about what dieting is. Let's talk about fat. So let's talk about fat loss. Let's talk about just starting off with your fat loss or your weight loss journey, and the things that you're gonna really need to start doing in order to get some real, actual results. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to know your base caloric burn, what your body is burning daily. So the most simple way to do this, it won't be 100% accurate, but it'll give you a guidance and a guideline, is download something like MyFitnessPal, for example. On MyFitnessPal, you put in your weight, your age, your activity levels, and after you do that, it'll give you a base, and then it'll ask you how much weight you want to lose. And usually if you put like 1 pound a week or something, what's going to happen is it's going to give you a very minimal amount of calories you're going to be deducted. And that's all good to start off, for sure. You can do 2 pounds, which makes it a little bit more intense. And also, just FYI, you don't need to follow any of that 100%. If you want to eat a little bit less one day, but you're still hitting your macros, that's fine. And after you get the calorie tracker, you want to start implementing the certain foods you want to be eating. Now, the second thing you want to do after you do that, just for dieting and fat loss aspect, is decide what kind of diet you're going to be doing. Some people just start out doing the normal, and to be honest, you're going to get that app and then there's going to be a spot there. I don't exactly remember where it is, but it'll give you percentages of how much protein, how much carbs you want to be consuming every single day so you can hit your macros. Generally what you want is your protein to be higher than your carbs and fats, because you want to be very satiated throughout the day, or when you're eating, to stay satiated so you don't keep on eating. For me personally, I'm doing a lower carb diet. When I have a cheat day, that's when I'll have more carbs. Reason being for this hypothesis or theory or whatever you want to call it is because the more time you keep inserting glycogen, which is carbs, which turns into sugar into your body, the more you have to actually work out and move and do activities to burn off the first thing your body uses, which is the glycogen or the sugar or the carbs, whatever easiest way you can understand this. So if you mitigate or have very low base of carbs to start off with, you can burn through that pretty fast. And then you go into your second form of burning energy, which is body fat. This is the massive secret that I guess no one really talks about, or people just think it's not real, but I can guarantee you that I personally was 299.8 or 2.5, sorry. And all I really did was keep my carbs to 0 to 80 grams for a long time. Kept my proteins and my fats very high, almost carnivore-esque is what I do, and what I have done. Now, that basically means you're not going to feel good all the time because you don't have any excess energy. You're just using your own energy. So you're going to be tired, you're going to be lethargic, you're going to be moody, and then your body will adjust. But I'm going to tell you, 7 times out of 10, or if you want to talk about days, 5 out of 7 days, you're going to be pretty tired. But when you know you're tired, you know that something's working. Your body's moving, the fat's being incinerated. And I can tell you there was days, there was weeks, there was months consistently that I would be losing 4 to 6 pounds a week by doing this method. The next thing to do, honestly, to make your life easy, is find things that you just enjoy eating and stick with that. Don't need to make it complicated. This is not a complicated thing. When I was eating carbs, my favorite things to do were just rice. My one carb was rice. Now I have cream of rice. Mainly because it tastes good, it's free, and it's easy to digest. But right now, I'm really liking butter. I'm really liking broccolis. I'm really liking steak, ground beef, chicken, and eggs. And sometimes even egg whites. More volume in the egg whites for me. Keeps me fuller longer. Also protein powder. Now the reason you want to do this and you want to find like 3 or 4 meals that you enjoy eating is because when you're eating and you stick to, let's say you stick to tracking for 30 days and you're seeing really good results with what you're doing. Essentially, as long as you just eat those same 4 meals, boring 4 meals every single day, you essentially don't need to track your food anymore. You might have to weigh it, know what your cup of rice is, or know what your ounces of beef are and everything. But as soon as you know that you need 10 ounces of ground beef, 8 ounces of steak, 6 ounces of chicken, and like 4 eggs, and you're at your protein goals for the day, and then you need to know how many cups of rice, whatever your diet is, like I said, it all varies depending on the person. As soon as you get that down for 30 days, and you know exactly what you're eating when you're eating it, it releases the stress of thinking about eating. It releases the stress about thinking about even dieting. You just have your 4, maybe depending on how frequently and small you're eating, your 5 meals that you're consuming, and you don't have to stress about tracking every day anymore because it's already embedded in you and it's a system that's been in place. So the next thing you're going to want to do or even consider is intermittent fasting. Why do I want to fast? I can't eat. I can't do that thing. That's what you always hear. Oh, I can't not eat all day. Yes, you can. Because if you stop eating, let's just say I'm a late eater, and that is going to change. We'll talk about that after we're going to talk about this. But I'm a late eater. So I stop eating around 8. And that's not really ideal for longevity and health and digestive things. But if you stop eating around 5, let's just say you do the normal 5 or 6. You eat dinner and that's the last time you eat. From 6 until when you wake up at 6 or 7, you've already done almost 14 hours of fasting. All you have to do is keep yourself a little more busy, which if you do a morning routine with training, take your coffee, your pre-workout, whatever you're doing for the morning that doesn't have any calories. You train, the traveling, everything else, you're going to be already at 16 hours of fasting, roughly, give or take. And if you keep yourself a little busy at work, and then you have a protein shake another hour after that, you've done 18 hours of fasting. My recommendation is starting out at 12 hours for a couple of days, then work your way to 14. And then if you feel really good at 16 hours, stay at 16 hours. You don't need to go extreme. Only reason you got to do extra couple of hours, 20, 18 hour, 14 hour, whatever, 18 to 20 hours, is when you really want to tap into some more fat loss, some more autophagy for youth, cell growth, healthy cell growth. That's the main stuff. And then you can even go more extreme and do 1 full day of just not eating anything, like 23 hours. And on the last hour, you have just 1 meal. Nice, calorie-dense, nutrient-efficient meal. The other thing that I'm going to be doing differently with my protocol is I've been doing the same thing since I was about 285, which is fasting for 16 to 18 hours, which, of course, it did work, but I would stop fasting around 5 or 6 and eat until 9, which has technically messed up my stomach. I know that. I also wasn't fully implementing the process. I also wasn't fully implementing removing all seed oils and all that stuff. And I can definitely tell you that, like, there's a lot of oils and there's a lot of things that I consume that my body doesn't like. For example, red peppers, tomatoes, any pepper actually, tomatoes, peanut butter, peanut oils, nut oils, all these different things that you don't think, but they're in all your fast food chains, they're in all the food. So trying to go and get one ingredient, so if that's beef and you put it into a pan, great. Broccoli, you put it in water, great. Lunch meat, no. Bread, no. Rice, no. A lot of these things have added chemicals, added pesticides, added garbage, and it affects your whole internal system. So I'm going to be eliminating a lot of that. I'm also going to be eliminating fasting late at night. Today will be my first day doing the fast from 8 to 3 or 4. I just want to see the difference. It's something I haven't done before. It's challenging because I'm always hungry at night. And I want to see what I can do with my mental fortitude and my mental toughness. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity to try new things. And I am very excited to show myself and to show you guys that things are possible, even if they seem impossible. I've never done this before. Am I scared? I'm a little nervous to fail, but if you fail, there's a great opportunity to grow and learn. So I'm always down to try new things, try new experiences, and I'm always willing to essentially be the test dummy for it all. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. I'll keep you updated on basically everything, but let me know in the comments. What have you done for your weight loss? What have you done? And what are you going to start doing? What's your goals? Where are you at right now? Are you training? Are you not training? Are you on it? Have you been dieting? What's your success? Let me know. And let me know if you are going to start trying any of these things that we talked about. And let me know how your life is going. Let me know how your weight loss is going. Let's do this together, guys. So thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.